Count, ladies and gentlemen, we're here. This is the 2 Count podcast. I'm here with Jerry, Zach, and me, your host Benny, and we got our guest, and hopefully he'll join more podcasts with us. Is Hakan.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
We're here. We talk all aspects, fun and love for wrestling of WWE, NXT, ROW, ROH, TNA, New Japan Wrestling, China wrestling. He dogged me last podcast because I said China. I know they wrestle in China. You know they wrestle in China. Anyways, 2 Count. We just want to talk about, the big thing and, the main stage right now is the Royal Rumble. We got the build up to the Royal Rumble.
It's really big.
Shocked us all. I don't think anyone knew, I didn't, that Dolph Ziggler was going to get fired.
Yeah, that was that whole aspect right there. What happened with that angle is very interesting. Because when the Authority came back, I think a lot of people were expecting that to happen.
But immediately?
Immediately to get all three of them, like I see Rowan, I see Ryback to bring them back maybe.
Yeah.
But Dolph Ziggler is kind of like they just had the title on him. And it's just weird that they.
Right. I think they're playing it to where now he's on this big down, lost the title, got fired, he's gonna come back to the Royal Rumble, and then once again for maybe the third time in a row, be top 4 left in the ring, and then everybody's like, Ziggler, exactly. This happens
His pop is so huge
for the past 3 years, Ben. You don't understand. For the past 3 years in the Royal Rumble, Ziggler's made it to the top 4, even the last 2 left. And it's like, oh, Ziggler's gonna win! Ziggler's gonna win! And then he's out.
But let me ask you this though. Because honestly, I love Dolph Ziggler. I respect the hell out of him. He's an awesome performer, awesome wrestler. Why do I have this feeling that I don't care about him anymore? I kind of have this feeling now. It's like Dolph Ziggler's great, but there's so much more going on around him. I just don't. Even if they did bring him back, it's so what? What can they do to him or to his character?
Yeah.
That will change it up.
And the thing is,
the character,
the
story.
Yeah, the script has killed him. The script has killed him, and we've seen it over and over. Like they push him, and if you can't give the fans what they want, exactly how you're feeling, is we're gonna lose the interest from.
I'm just losing, honestly.
But
I have my attention elsewhere.
His contract is up. His contract is up in January, so maybe it is a real firing and a let go. But the talent. There's not the main roster talent is.
Pretty slim.
Dolph is part of that everything. You know what I mean? So you take away Dolph, you do have bad news.
You got Seth Rollins.
You got Seth Rollins. I'm telling you, he says he's the future. He's the current.
There really isn't.
Best heel in the business.
Yeah.
I think that's when he says that. That's basically what it is. Like he is the now. And he was the future when he was in NXT. He's the now.
Yeah. He is the
guys
now.
Like Cesaro is still one of the best wrestlers in the world.
Speaking of Cesaro, I like the tag team that he's got with Tyson Kidd.
Yeah, dude, you gotta trap them, dude.
I mean, oh my god. They were dubbing themselves on Instagram. They were dubbing themselves the WWE Masters of the Universe. That's just or the Masters of the Universe.
Tyson Kidd is great, dude. I like Tyson Kidd just as much as I like Cesaro. He's the complete opposite. He's fast. He's quick. He's moving.
He has really grown in the last, I want to say, year.
Yeah. Dude, especially going down to NXT, he changed his whole thing. Yeah. He changed everything about him.
This whole fat thing he has going on, heel, where he doesn't really respect Natalya, but she's always gonna be there. And
he was never like that. He was this vanilla character for years, just there.
Honestly, when they had the disqualification happen on Monday night, I thought it was Goldust and Stardust.
Dude, that was great, dude. When Tyson Kidd
people walking in there, and I was like, "Oh, this is garbage."
I'm not gonna lie, I threw this out there, and my girlfriend got pissed because she's also really into all this stuff too. I thought it was the Von Villians from NXT.
You got excited.
I was so
bro, those guys are some beasts, man.
You got too excited.
I got way too excited. I was like, no.
No.
Because it was kind of thin guy, and then they did the time. I was like, wait a second. No, it kind of reminded me of that.
And speaking of that,
just for a second, it was
Von Villains. You also got the Ascension. You're wearing.
Yeah.
I
got the Extension. I
don't like the angle how they're pushing them. They're just pushing them weirdly.
Real quick, I've read and listened to a lot of people's opinions on the Extension, and I think right now, just in general, before you even look at what they're doing right now, I think a lot of people need to realize and just kind of take back and look at what this team. If you've really followed this team from the beginning, they were in FCW. This team started in FCW before NXT, and they've been they've changed this entire time, and they've been through a lot roster changes, reformations, and all that. And I've followed them ever since then. And I've just been, I don't know what it is. I just think it's a great, I think it's a great idea, and it's a great team. Now, I understand that the change they did, they kind of had to switch it up. And with their introduction into the main roster, you know, they have this. A lot of people had already started comparing them onto the other major tag teams.
Before the shoulder pads were put on.
Before they set a thing, they had 3 or 4 promos, and yeah, they weren't the best. They were kind of half-assed. Let's be honest. You know,
like,
they could have done better, right? But for some reason, I'm sticking to it because I just feel like the WWE, they need a tag team like this, right?
Well, yeah,
you're not the only one who's sticking to that.
Because I feel like you look at all the other tag teams. First of all, Golden Stardust. I love Goldust. I always will.
Yeah.
But it's a kind of a played out tag.
It's old. Yeah, it's already
old.
You know.
People don't really give a crap anymore. You know, Miz
I just want Cody Rhodes to be back on.
I want Cody.
He was a beast.
Cody Rhodes is a good talent. Speaking of wanting to come back, I'm ready for the elbow of disdain to drop on the Miz, dude. That is gonna happen on WrestleMania. Mark my words, dude. That's a wrestling, dude.
Yeah, that'll be the hugest push then.
Imagine that WrestleMania. He clotheslines him, and then he just sits at the
we need that, dude.
Yeah, because dude, he's been squashed, and the crowd is still with him, dude.
We look at them too. They're cool. They're a cool little thing. You know, it's getting old. It is getting old, and so you got those 2 teams now. Obviously, you got your crap teams like the
the
Matadors, and who else is there? Like
real tag. It was Slater Gator before he got hurt.
Yeah.
Boy, and he also got that prosecution.
So Golden Stardust.
So really,
the New Day. There's a New Day.
New Day. Do it for the day. Now I like them. They're
just an awesome talent, dude.
They're a complete joke. I love Xavier Woods. I have always loved Xavier.
Consequences Creed.
But you know, they need a little kind of a joke tag team kind of thing going on. They need that. But really, that's it. So they needed this stable tag team that's like confident and
to keep winning.
Yeah, they're squashing these jobbers, but guess what? A lot of freaking people did that. Ryback being one of them. And
Ryback got squashed 7 pay-per-views in a row.
Exactly. Now this is going ahead. Now I hope they don't go down that route. But I'm just saying, like, WWE has, or Vince McMahon, not even WWE. Vince McMahon has this thing about squashing little local people on TV to promote.
So speaking of local, ROW has 2 wrestlers, Paul Titan and another one.
They were on there.
They got squashed by the Ascension.
Yes. Yeah, Paul Titan. He's a local guy.
And the funny thing is, like, I saw Paul Titan at Comic Palooza like a couple years ago, and the funniest thing happened. I was we were at a card shop playing Card Brothers.
Paul Titan was in Heroes.
So I see him
playing Magic.
I see him, and I'm like, Ben. That dude's a wrestler. So I go up to him.
I was like, "This is not Paul Titan."
I was like, "Bro," I was like, "Excuse me, sir. Do you know a wrestling named Paul Titan?" He had this look on his face, like,
"What is that?"
And he was he had this look of happiness that people like me and my brother or somebody like you or Jerry would go up to him and be like, "Hey, you're a good independent wrestler."
Dude, like, we know who you are.
And I even asked for his autograph, man, and I have that shit at home. Like,
that's great.
I'm so sad. Speaking of independent wrestling, we missed Kenzie Sykes. She's in ROW, dude. Fucking sexy. And Cinema, dude. Oh, it was the rematch.
But no, we went to ROW.
I need to really get on
literally,
I just started recording it.
It's Booker T's. Booker T's independent.
I'm kind of watching it on
the Harlem Heat is there. They wrestle. They wrestle.
They actually wrestle.
Yeah.
Right now they're going through the storyline where Pro Wrestling Syndicate,
the Mysterious Q, right?
Mysterious Q's champ.
Yeah, he's still champ.
Okay.
Ruthless Ryan Davis is
like
still
TV
the
champ.
TV champ.
He has something. I like him.
Kenzie Sykes is the new Diamond
champ.
division.
Oh, awesome, dude.
Hey, it's a hell of a place to be.
Dude, her and Cinema, gold, dude. And Cinema's just got a big, bouncy round.
2 count.
2 count. Just so you know, Colin, it's your first time on here. Yeah. If we're gonna, we get carried away on a conversation or whatever, we just 2 count, kick out of the 2 count.
All right.
Anyways, back to what we were talking about. 2 count got carried away.
Yeah, tag teams. So I love the extension. That's not going to change, and I just hope for bigger and better things. I still feel like inside me, I wanted that to be a instant push.
Well,
yeah. So the extension and
here's the thing: is you want to build up that hate for them.
that's true.
This thing is like
They're doing it
Usos
now.
are just
They're
so
doing it
good
now.
right now,
Yes,
and the Ascension
they're
you're just
complete
like
polar opposites.
yes,
they really
so,
are.
I'm
They gotta
thinking
build that
WrestleMania.
storyline.
I think WrestleMania they're gonna do it.
They're gonna
Here's
try
the thing:
to
is like
do
Royal Rumble, you could do it and force it into our mouths, but I won't like it now.
Right.
If you're like, oh, you're gonna go
They've
Ascension.
just been facing too many non-tag teams.
Let the whole
But they've
Miz
already
and
what
Miz
3
down
weeks
thing.
now? Is it 3 weeks
Let it settle down.
in the
That's
main roster?
Yeah.
3 weeks.
I understand that,
2-3
and
weeks, yeah.
I actually agree with that. I'm just hoping, like, I'm patient enough to wait for them to get to a good part, and I think they will. So
The thing is, they're talented. It's not like they're trying to shove Roman Reigns down our mouth. Like Roman Reigns,
do you like
not-
Reigns?
he's not good. He's not good in the ring. He's not good in the ring.
He's
He's not
good at anything.
No,
He's not.
No, just hey, faster like a bullet. Bah! Jump over a building.
Yeah.
Brrr.
He's good.
Locomotive!
He can't even.
He's good at looking pretty.
He's good at looking pretty, and that's what.
Here's my thing about Roman Reigns. Everyone, if you follow it and you know him, you know he really wasn't. Wrestling wasn't his passion.
No.
It's not. He was a football player. He got into this business because it was an easy way
Yeah.
because of his family.
He's
And
like,
you can see
And
that all over the place.
And they're just pushing him so hard, and he's
Yeah.
so bad.
Have you read? I read online now that Vince McMahon is actually writing his promos now.
The
It's gotten to that point where
no,
Vince
hey,
himself-
out of all
himself-
people.
out of
the
all-
universe,
and he's so out of touch.
the universe has to do what they did last year and
Exactly.
Remember, it was gonna be Batista and Randy Orton. That was written in stone. How it's written in stone for Roman Reigns to take it from Brock.
Yeah.
The universe needs to keep. Brian's got to win it.
He has to win.
He's got to win the
No,
Rumble.
no, let Roman Reigns win. Let Seth Rollins lose his Triple H, and then guess what? Roman Reigns wins at WrestleMania. The first WrestleMania cash.
Curb stomp of the century.
Bro.
Boom. And then the locomotive goes crazy.
I'm gonna say this right now. If I get a Seth Rollins title run this year, like,
Oh, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it.
You have to.
Believe.
I just need it. I need it right now. Like, we need it. WWE needs it.
I didn't know that.
Uh,
Wait, 2 count. Vince McMahon is writing. That just registered. Vince McMahon is writing Roman Reigns.
I wish I could look up the actual words that he.
The actual
that he wrote
article.
from. All I know is a
Triple
word
H,
like succotash was
Stephanie.
used. Like, what does that mean? I don't
Succotash?
know.
Oh, yeah, I saw
like
that.
someone
Like
sucks.
sucker and succotash, like Sylvester.
You look like a
I-
sorry sack of
Succotash.
succotash.
That's what it was.
Some-
That was mine. You
That's
look like
what
a
it was.
sorry sack.
Something like that,
So I was
right?
just like, okay,
What
Roman,
the
that's,
hell is that?
you come out, you wear these badass like
Robes
clothes,
and yeah.
and he doesn't match that at all. He comes out and tries to be like all like his cousin The Rock, and like I can be
The,
all fly.
only the
It's just not
Rock
gonna work.
can be
It's
the
not
Rock.
gonna work.
Only the Rock can make
They
a song in the
want
middle of
him to
nowhere.
be-
Here, kick your ass,
That
and
was his
Ranta.
character.
No, no.
That was
They
his
want him
character.
to be the next Rock so bad, but everyone knows.
Vince
it's not
wants him
gonna
to be the next Rock.
Well,
Dude,
yeah.
just make all the wrestling, make the WWE universe happy, and just headline WrestleMania. Dolph, Bryan, and Rollins, and we'll all be happy. We
Stop!
can-
Stop talking, Alvin.
Oh yeah.
Stop talking. We have a buddy named Alvin, and we were talking to him, and he was like, "Oh, here's how I book WrestleMania. Dolph Ziggler wins the Royal. Something happens where it's Dolph Ziggler, Rollins, and D-Bry the main event.
Oh,
and we told we're
he's planning
like,
on-
Alvin, shut up. We like you a lot, but come on, dude. That's never ever
Only
ever
if
gonna
you were
happen.
part of the creative team.
Yeah. Even then, there's like what 15 other people that
Was
would
it?
probably
Is it
shut it
who
down.
do we see? Freddie Prinze Jr. as part of the WWE producing
I
group.
had no idea about
Yeah.
that. That's
Freddie Prinze Jr. Is it Freddie Prinze Jr.?
that's it. Yeah, Freddie Prinze
I-
Jr.
I
The
think-
actor?
The actor. He's
Wow.
part of WWE production.
Let Paul Heyman do it again. You know, when it was Raw
Too much-
and SmackDown,
Too much hatred there.
when it was Raw
Need
and
Paul-
SmackDown as
need
separate
Paul
shows,
Heyman, JR, and Mick Foley to run everything.
because when SmackDown was actually way better than Raw at one point in time, because
Like
Paul
what,
Heyman was
2000?
writing it. Yeah, remember when they were
This is
separate?
when Heyman was running the creative from
Yeah,
SmackDown.
SmackDown, and he was like, you know what? Strap it on Edge. Why? Because everybody hates Edge.
Yeah.
And then they ran, and you know what? I watched SmackDown way more than Raw because of that. You know, and then it came to the point where
Well,
Raw was giving away
yeah.
money. Remember that shit when it was like, oh, well, we're gonna give away money because SmackDown's ratings were just so much better.
God, dude. Like, there was so many crappy times, and it was mostly when Vince was on TV. And the weird thing is now that he still just has too much. You look at the state of the WWE, and you know Vince still has way too much control of what goes on. And you look at let's go to NXT real quick. And if you NXT is actually
Triple H.
Triple
right?
H's little project.
Yeah,
so
it's
you look
his
at
project.
what's going on in NXT. You look at the writing. That's really no Vince McMahon there.
No.
And you have great
story.
You know what?
Every part of that
was
show
better
has a
than
story.
any pay-per-view.
I saw that year.
In
I understand that.
2014.
Oh yeah, definitely. And it's not even a pay-per-view. It's
It was a
literally
2-hour live
just
event.
a 2-hour NXT, the best of NXT you can see on there. And actually, they didn't even show everyone. I mean, they didn't. We were about to get.
There's a lot of talent that has not been showcased
Exactly.
on TV in NXT yet.
But just I just want to highlight a few of my favorites in NXT right now. Obviously, Sami Zayn,
Of course.
one of the best.
Oh yeah.
Kevin
First name
Owens.
El Generico.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens is probably
Yeah.
my favorite after Finn.
I'm not gonna lie. When we were watching our Revolution, it was like it just started, and we see a CJ Parker come out,
Yeah.
and
A
it's like,
hippie?
oh, who's this hippie gonna face today? And then it was just like, damn, and he was like, who's this?
Shit.
Oh wait, no, Zach is the great. He was the great entrance impersonator.
Damn.
Everyone knew, dude. It was like,
Do CJ Parker's entrance.
I haven't heard his entrance enough.
All right,
It's
you
like-
But even he has a story. He has a developed story about him every time
even
he
the
comes out.
jobbers will become.
It's just
they're
like-
becoming something.
It's like the Attitude Era. Everybody had something
something,
going
right.
on. It was
Yeah.
something.
Like you had your mid cards, you knew your mid cards,
And the
but
mid- and you
they're not
loved your
terrible.
mid- yeah, you
I
loved
like
your
CJ
mid-
Parker.
Yeah, me too.
Bro, when he
actually,
did that open
you know
palm
what?
strike to,
Dude, he fucked him up.
yeah,
that was
busted
bad.
that shit wide
Excuse
open.
my language, but did y'all see the last NXT that happened?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I did.
There's a guy that debuted on there.
Oh,
he's
Chad
getting-
Gable.
Chad Gabriel.
Yes. That's an all. It was like an
All-American,
all-American wrestler.
like-
Yeah.
You think about All Americans, you think about Jack Swagger, but this guy is just like completely different.
Yeah.
He just captivates
It's just
you.
a
He's got a
really
great
good
image.
American style wrestling, and I think he won the gold or silver medal at the Olympics.
Well, he was an Olympian. Yeah.
Yeah, so
He was
I
a
mean,
beast.
and he was facing. Oh my God, what is he? He was
Oh,
just
he-
facing
Tyler
off
Breeze.
against
Tyler
Tyler
Breeze.
Breeze, and
Tyler
everyone loves Breeze. I mean, obviously,
Yeah, Breeze is awesome.
Um,
He's a great talent, dude.
he
He
is.
reminds me of Rollins. Like just flying. You catch him flying in the ring.
I
at
want to
a lot of
highlight one
times.
thing on Tyler Breeze. Like a lot of people, you know, when they have the guys like Adam Rose,
Did he take
like
6
Fandango-
Instagram pictures?
Well, yeah, but when you have guys like that, it's those gimmicks when they get moved over, they're very questionable. And look at Adam Rose, you look at Fandango, they're on main event. But something about Tyler Breeze's character and him himself, I almost felt like that he is unbreakable, like he's foolproof. They could transfer him over right now. People could hate him, and it wouldn't matter
Yeah.
because of his style.
Let him talk.
and-
Let
But
him talk
you know
for-
what?
and
You know
people-
what?
Like, it
though?
wouldn't matter at all. Like
You know what?
You
It's
can
just-
say anything about him. He's just gonna be like, "I'm the best, and I'm Tyler Breeze." And
Y'all
you
shut
can-
the hell up.
yeah, exactly. Like, it's
You want
almost
to take a
foolproof.
picture?
But it's
of
almost
myself?
foolproof. But if you, like, for instance, Adam
Right.
Rose, if you let Adam Rose wrestle for more than 30 seconds,
become-
he'll
get
fucking
proven.
take the
Yeah.
show, dude. He
Oh, yeah,
will.
he's great.
He shows us for 10 seconds of him wrestling, and you're like, yes, yeah, oh, and it's
Yeah.
squash.
Yeah.
Dude, it's like,
I'm still
They-
waiting for him to go back, like,
Leo
do
Russo.
something.
Yeah.
I
Well, I like how he's showing
just
around.
like Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder had this.
do it.
Like Zack Ryder. Why don't I do it?
That's Zack Ryder.
I am not anymore, I guess.
Dude, you said
He
so
had his
sad.
he had his moments.
He used to like,
And then he
it
got
was like,
dick
this is-
kicked by Eva Marie at
Seriously, like,
WrestleMania, and then that was it. And they told
come
us.
on, dude. Like, what happened?
I just want Adam Rose to wrestle more than 10
He
seconds.
definitely, well, yeah. They need to do something with him. Like,
I like how he's
stick
showing
him in
around
that-
claiming he's God, so that's pretty cool. You know, like how I am their God, but you gotta address it more. You gotta kind of like, okay, so show us how. Don't just say it like,
Yeah, like the transition from him being like this happy-go-lucky to like
Yeah.
a kind of like this tyrant guy that you're going to love me.
yeah.
It needs to be highlighted more, and he
Yeah.
needs to be killing these guys and not getting jobbed by like the.
I'm
New
glad
Day
the
or
bunny.
some
I'm
shit.
glad the bunny's God.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That was
the dumbest thing
I was
ever.
actually hoping they reveal like who the bunny was.
Dude,
and
it's
kinda do
easy who the
something with
bunny
that.
was.
Well, Sami Zayn did it for a little bit. I know that.
No,
Yeah.
it was
Just-
Vince.
Justin Gabriel.
Was-
It was Vince.
It was me, I would still believe that if they actually did that because
No, but you would know because you see a guy going, he was gonna do the
at
robot.
some point,
It
like
was Justin Gabriel. Well, it was also Justin
Justin
Gabriel.
Gabriel.
I think it was like Gabriel.
And I think Zack Ryder actually.
No,
no,
Zack
it
Ryder
wasn't.
came out and he
It
said
wasn't like-
he tweeted, "I am not the bunny, guys."
Fuck. Okay.
Yeah, it's like, that would have been another career
I know
highlight.
Sami Zayn was in there at some point. He
Yeah.
never said anything about it, but
All
everyone's
right,
like,
2 count, Hakan. We did this last podcast. Give me your who you want to win the Rumble and who you know is gonna win the Rumble.
who I would want to win.
Who do you
the
want to win?
Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt.
Oh,
okay.
One
Very
of my
respectable.
favorite wrestlers. I
Yeah.
think it's he needs this to escalate himself
Yeah.
because right now
Well, yeah,
the
keep
Dean
going.
Ambrose thing kind of was a drought for me.
Mhm.
But I know Daniel Bryan's probably gonna win this thing.
Okay, I'm glad you say Daniel
Glad you
Bryan.
said that.
Our results were I wanted Ziggler. But I had to put say two. I just couldn't say who I knew was gonna win. It's either gonna be Reigns or Bryan. You know.
Well, yeah, I mean,
And then he was on the same thing with
Yeah,
me.
I said
It's-
I want Ziggler or Bryan, and I think it's gonna be either Reigns or Bryan.
Yeah,
So.
so-
You don't even ask me that question.
Zach, who's gonna win it?
D-Bry?
of course. I mean, I think at this
Who do
point,
you want to win? Booker T? No.
D-Bry.
Jerry Lawler. Yeah.
Hey, how about last year's Royal Rumble? We start playing the JBL. He's cleaning his
One thing I don't know if y'all have noticed is like I watch a lot. Like I watch main event, I watch SmackDown. Pretty much anything Extension's been on, I've been trying to check it out. But I've been noticing one thing. See if y'all can go back and check it out. But when they first did that one promo in ring about them mocking the Road Warriors,
Right.
JBL is a heel commentator.
Uh-huh.
He did not back that. So basically, he was like, these guys couldn't do anything to the Road
Oh
Warriors.
yeah, I heard that. I
Now,
saw that. Yeah.
Let's look at that for a second. So why would he bury a tag team like that? Because he was in a tag team. But then it happened again when they're like on, I think it was main event or Raw. He's consistently burying them. So I'm just thinking, like right now, I'm just thinking out about what if they do an APA reunion?
Ooh.
Just because the fact that he's getting pissed off that they're doing this,
Yeah.
he's gonna kind of come out and be like, you know what? We're about to take you on right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just a little
Yeah,
thing.
that's your mind.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
It was just interesting that a heel commentator that never did any of that
Yeah.
started like
Yeah.
kind of like, man, I don't like.
Nah,
this
speaking
guy
of
type
commentators, dude, the commentators. You notice how
These two guys right here.
everybody was saying it all year. Like, this is terrible commentary. Mike Cole is awful. JBL is just,
He goes off the rails a little bit too much sometimes. I like JBL, but he goes off.
Yeah, I like JBL
he goes
more
off
than
the rails.
I do like
sometimes.
Booker T. Back on the commentary, I think.
ducky, quack.
I think.
Tell me,
they just
I
need
just
someone-
did not see that.
Yeah.
He doesn't really like know what he's talking about, but like, but he's just funny. He's hilarious.
Yeah, he's
and
funny.
sometimes
He's funny.
he really does have some really good points.
Yeah.
You know why? Because he wrestled.
Exactly.
He
I made a point the other day.
Thing,
You know who needs to become a commentator? He was great, and that he was on the table, and it was Big Show. When Big Show he was good, man. When it was Rollins and Reigns on
Yeah.
was it Raw or SmackDown? They were wrestling.
it was Raw.
It was
Playing
Raw.
up to Seth Rollins being
Dude, man, he was so good, and his voice it's a very
They
broad.
have to like
level.
change the entire setup over there for
Yeah,
him.
man, let's get the whole ring and everything over there.
Yeah.
Like the giant ladder they brought out.
I like the table. Hey, when the Survivor Series, when Rusev he goes for the splash, that was awesome splash. 2 count. We covered.
Speaking of more Royal Rumble stuff, since they did this at Survivor Series, I have this deep feeling in my heart, and I hope I'm kind of right, that they're going to do a Women's Royal Rumble because they did a Women's Survivor Series tag match.
True.
That lasted 8 minutes.
Yeah.
No, it did, but still.
They should have showcased.
Like
We saw Emma.
But yeah, exactly. No, so it wouldn't really be a Royal Rumble, it'd be a Battle Royal.
You know what I'm saying? Something like that to
They
determine.
definitely should. And you know what? If they did that, there's a golden opportunity that we can get who we need to have right now in the female or in the women's division, Charlotte Flair.
Yeah.
Like she needs to
Oh, I thought you were talking about
And
Paige.
Bayley
Paige is the best.
and Sasha.
Paige is the
too.
best now, but
Forever.
they need to call up someone.
And ever.
And
They
it has
didn't
to be
bring up
Charlotte.
Sasha and Bayley, dude.
Like they did for WrestleMania, they called up Alexa Bliss.
Like I love
Sasha
the
Banks.
NXT, the NXT
Yeah, that
women's
was
division
cool.
is
I
amazing.
like that.
The NXT women's division is so
It's-
Oh man,
oh my
like
God, it's on a
they
whole
were
other level, dude.
so badass. Like
Who's on another level, bro? I mean,
you just don't get that on the main roster. You get a minute and a half matches, and
Yeah.
I'm sure.
That's it.
You know they're talking about cutting Summer Rae.
why?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, she's been on the live events. She's been on the live events actually kind of like in a miniature stable with Sasha
Uh-huh.
and I think Cameron. So they've been kind of coming out together.
Yeah, I hope they
It's
don't
mostly
squash
for
her.
Sasha. but-
For instance, like you can't. I think you got to keep just give them better stuff to talk
To
about
work
because
with.
Naomi finally got some TV time and able to talk, and she was terrible.
She's not
here's the
bad.
thing. Let's
She's terrible.
rewind the clock
Alicia Fox, dude.
About 15 years ago,
Alicia.
Lita and Trish main evented a Monday Night Raw. Nothing of that caliber for women has happened in about a good 15 years. Nothing like that.
Anything,
and then the last thing came up was AJ and Paige, and everybody was stoked about it. And then they did this whole frenemy thing that got old really fast.
It's just the material, man.
Yeah,
they gotta come up with better stuff.
Hey, but AJ's still making it. Like, she still gets to cut her little, just a little word. She said, like,
they won't they won't really let her go out.
I know, but dude, what she did was, someone needs to tell the Bellas that talent is not sexually transmitted, dude. That's
apparently that was supposed to go on a lot longer, and she was supposed to, and she cuts these great promos that are. I mean, I'm a big fan of her, but the only problem is that it's like you can't really get yourself involved in the Diva division right now. It's just not anywhere. When you have NXT on Wednesday now, it's like I can just look forward to that if I want to see some really good
women's wrestling. Yeah.
Sasha, I'm a big fan of. I actually kind of like Carmella. I think she's gonna be really good.
She still needs to grow on me.
She has a lot of growth. Like
hey, so you're saying
Carmella and Becky,
Roman Reigns can grow on you too?
Yes, he can if he fucking steps up.
Succotash.
Yeah. I can't. Dude.
Dude. You know what Roman Reigns is? He is this like daisy tulip. You like it. It looks beautiful. It looks beautiful. But the soil has oil and gas in it. There's nothing there.
You, yeah.
It's just
you can't change that.
You can't. Exactly. That tulip is dead.
Yeah, it's gonna die over time, and people are gonna get fucking tired of it really quick. Especially when they start bringing up the moment they bring up Sami Zayn, like.
The light's gonna flip.
I feel like every other face is almost irrelevant now. Yeah. Like they're gonna have to really start thinking.
He's gonna have a run.
He's fucking over.
It's
insane.
He's so likable. It's just everything.
Hey, how's that song goes? That good song. Let's go! Do the song. Do the little.
Actually,
that theme song.
At first, I didn't like the theme song, but then after ROH, it completely attached to me. Once Sami Zayn won, I was like, "They're playing his theme song."
I'm so happy,
That match was.
And then Kevin Steen comes out and just breaks hearts.
Here's the thing, Ben. If you knew what they did in ROH
together,
and then as a wrestling fan, seeing that happen in NXT,
Stone Cold versus Rock type
history.
I mean, if there's anything that was similar in any kind of way, I know that's very sacred, but if there's anything that matched up, like Sami Zayn or Generico Steen was like that.
Ladder War 7 and stuff like that.
PWG, ROH, they tore the house.
Everywhere, Independence, they were there, and everyone knew who they were. Yeah. And it's like they literally have the most legit, actual rivalry, not a friendship, actual. True rivalry.
Like at the end of our Evolution,
still have it. It's crazy.
They were hugging and man, bro,
you knew it was gonna happen. Something had to happen.
And then the credits rolled. Remember SummerSlam?
Yeah.
And the credits rolled, and they're like, "Oh, copyright and whatever."
Yeah, copyright. Daniel Bryan's like that. Confetti's falling.
And then Kevin Owens just did it, and we were just like.
I threw my pillow.
Jerry, and Alvin.
I knew it was gonna happen.
We felt bad for Jordan. We had another buddy that you know Jordan.
You know Jordan.
Yeah.
Blonde hair now.
Yeah.
He I don't think he knows anything besides WWE.
Right.
No offense, Jay, but
we'll get him there. We gotta get him there.
We told him this history, and he
#,
was like,
get him there.
Oh shit! Whoa! Damn.
Yeah. I mean, at least he's watching NXT.
Yeah.
And here's the thing.
Great.
Is
people need to watch it.
When you see NXT, you'll never see 4 fully grown men yelling to the top of their lungs. Same thing with Survivor Series. When Sting came out, 4 fully grown ass men yelling to the top of their lungs.
I'm excited. I want the Triple H and Sting at WrestleMania.
It needs to happen.
It's gonna happen.
It really does.
No, there is no.
You know what I don't want to see it, and I might see. Like I said, I'm very controversial. And if I were to do my own, it's a lot of stuff like this. But I do not want to see The Undertaker at all.
No, I don't want to. No, it doesn't make sense.
I don't want.
I want to see him get inducted. That's what I want.
The only thing. Here's one thing I would say back. You're right. We're all together on that. You've joined the controversial crowd. You're a part of it. Okay.
I think I might be the only person.
The only way I would want Taker back is I would be like, okay with it. You still shaking your head?
Don't say it.
Him beat Brock Lesnar. Just come back and beat Brock Lesnar. But I just don't see how he can do it.
Trust me, dude. I thought about this a lot. I love the Undertaker. I grew up with this man.
Was that you, the guy at WrestleMania?
No, dude, I was sitting. No, you can ask. I was sitting back. It didn't matter to me because it's like if they were gonna stoop this low to do that, I kind of lost a lot of respect that day for their writing, and it's like it should have been Sting. Sting wanted it to be him.
Yeah.
It didn't.
Here's the thing: if Sting beat Undertaker,
sense.
I would have laughed. I was like, "Bitch, that's TNA material right there, being a primetime WWE guy."
That's very true.
Speaking of TNA, Dixie Carter's working real hard to get a partner with them, so they get because they're traveling to UK now.
So
y'all see the new product though on Destination America?
No,
they did the first episode already.
First episode.
Yeah.
So does that mean we can throw in our money and be like, "Hey, Dixie, we want to be part of y'all." You know what I'm saying?
They want a partner who's going to sponsor them for TV. And
Benny's
stuff
Construction.
I think we can
sponsor whenever they come to Houston in our own
They
house.
just need to freaking come to Houston first. Like seriously,
man. I saw him with Victor.
Jeff Hardy?
Did
you see that bump? Did you see the bump Jeff Hardy took off the steel cage?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking Jeff.
Yeah, dude. He took a bump
off
to steel steps, dude. To steel steps, dude. That's serious. And he did, and it was.
That guy still has
it. It was written. That was planned for him to take that, so he could take some time off.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Hey man, let him take all the time he wants.
Sure. I mean, if I have to do it Matt Hardy now, that's gonna be a really big letdown.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna take off now, I gotta see Matt Hardy all the time. Like I don't want to see Matt.
Well, no.
So we're watching New Japan right now, guys, and I've noticed he has a golden briefcase. Now, is that their Money in the Bank?
I don't even know. This guy looks crazy.
Here's the thing:
what is his name? Rain Man?
The Rain Man, yeah, Okada.
Okay, yeah.
Man, to those who didn't watch Wrestle Kingdom,
Wrestle Kingdom 9, bro.
Those who didn't watch it,
you didn't watch Wrestle Kingdom 8.
Well, because they didn't air it in English in America.
Yeah, this is if y'all didn't check it out, you guys gotta find a way to obtain Wrestle Kingdom 9. It has Jim Ross on commentary.
You know what? And Matt Striker didn't do bad either.
And Matt Striker was decent.
I thought he did really good.
He did decent. Just like so Josh Matthews is on Impact now.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you didn't see the new Impact, it's actually really worth it.
I have it recorded, so I just go home and watch it.
Definitely check it out. Josh Matthews on commentary with Taz, and it works perfectly. And
Taz is good, man. I remember Taz.
Refreshed. It really does. And they got some really great talent. I am not going to spoil it.
Instead of Mike Tenay calling the split,
they literally stuck him in the back. Literally, they stuck him in.
You know what? I miss Jim Cornette running TNA, man. That's when I really loved TNA. That's when TNA were just like, this is fucking awesome.
We can sit here all day and say how much better TNA was back in the day, but
it's like saying, hey, WWE was better back in the day.
And
the past is the past. You gotta let go.
It really bothers me when people are like, man, I miss the Attitude Era. Okay, obviously you don't love wrestling then, because if all you're gonna say is I just love the Attitude Era, that means you're just like
I'm gonna quote JR when he said it at the end of Wrestle Kingdom.
Here he goes, right here.
I will never be ashamed to be a wrestling fan.
Yeah.
Ever. I am never ashamed. And JR, you said it better than anybody else. I'm with him, and I'm with all y'all. And I know all you motherfuckers here are wrestling fans just as much as I am.
I might be too much into wrestling, I think.
Bro, we built a ring. Come on.
That's very true. I think you guys on that one. I might have to show up and do some of my signature moves.
Yeah, bro, you gave me spirit fingers whenever it's so spirit.
Did you watch Bring It On before you got me?
I watched both of them. No. But, actually, I've been watching a lot of Seth Rollins matches, and there's a movie he does that is it's unnamed, but it's called Avada Kedavra.
The double kick?
It's literally just a side kick.
Dude, it's awesome, dude.
I don't know if I ever catch when he does that shit, but there's something like when he does it, it's like very special because it's one of his oldest moves.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just wanted to point out because I love Seth Rollins.
No, Seth Rollins is my favorite wrestler right now. I'm part of the Cena Nation, host of Loyalty Respect. Let's go, Cena! No,
we can't do that.
Okay.
Cena swallows.
Oh,
this was
Cena swallows.
6 years ago, maybe.
Maybe when he had like that little Game Boy shirt. Remember that? He had that.
What about
Word life?
Everybody gets excited.
Seriously, I'm all about that word life.
I was too, man.
If you deny that, like that's like saying you didn't like The Rock, or that's like saying
Hashtag Zach bought the whole.
I know. I didn't buy it. I downloaded
Zach
it.
downloaded the whole
John Cena rap album.
Oh my god,
Bro, I was barely in high school.
the old one.
Yeah, I was in high school, and my brother was meeting
with like Waka Flocka or something like that. Yeah.
And
Yeah, for the game, the video game.
it wasn't even on the game. It's not even on the. I go to the soundtrack and I don't see it on there.
It's just something like
They
that.
have fucking Avenged Sevenfold and.
Speaking of games, man, like, here's something funny I want to say about the games. I like the way the crowd graphics have changed from when they were back in the day.
It's very
Back in the day, they used to be like
circles.
cardboard cutout. They were just like,
Yeah.
just sit down.
very different than what it used to be. And, hey, what about that 2K15 though? I mean, honestly, I know it's a far cry for where it should be.
Yeah.
But those graphics though are
graphics are nice.
very.
I have it, but I don't even really play it too much.
Well, at least on the.
You're a Royal Rumble winner and win the title at the same time.
How the hell would that happen?
He's gonna win the title and the Royal Rumble. And he's gonna face himself.
So. Oh my god! Boom shakalaka.
Bro, I got the
Tell me, I just did not do
I got
that.
the ultimate theme song. I'm gonna do my best theme song impersonation ever.
Do it.
Tell me whose theme song this is.
Click, 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 click. You know this theme song. Click, 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 click. Click, 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 click. Click, 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 click. Click, 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 click. And then you got the like how. Thank you, high five, man. See, he knows my theme
I love
song.
Dean Ambrose.
Who knows the beat of it?
Something about
No.
that. I just didn't
It's
like
the
it.
whole way of it.
I love Ambrose. I love Wyatt. I hate the rivalry. I don't know how that's possible.
Dean Ambrose.
And their matches are good. I just, you know
This is
what?
good. I hated the rivalry. Like I didn't want to see it anymore.
So soon they
did
brought it.
so
Yeah.
much crap that I just,
Also,
like,
another thing is
when Ambrose threw that chair in the ring.
yeah, when he threw that ring, and then also when Rowan got hit with the,
mean,
yeah.
the steps came
did
down.
you guys like enjoy the rivalry or what?
I enjoyed it at
I had a lot
first.
of comments.
No, I enjoyed the
Same
matches.
here.
Yeah.
I didn't care.
When
about
was
the
it?
Raw
Was
comments.
this
Like
Survivor
watching New
Series?
Japan. I don't care what these rivalries were.
No,
They
what
just had
was it?
awesome matches.
SummerSlam. When did it happen?
No, Survivor Series.
It was Survivor Series. We were all like, "Oh shit!" You know, when
Oh, shit.
It's Hell in a Cell,
It was Hell in a
Yeah,
Cell.
it was
It was
Hell in a Cell.
I
Hell in a
saw
Cell.
all
Hell in a
year.
Cell.
That wasn't an actual match. That was the best thing I saw because it really embodied what Bray Wyatt and why
Yeah.
I love Bray Wyatt because
Yeah.
that mythical like crazy shit like the fucking talking in tongue dude like
Yeah.
seriously
Yeah.
that's freaking amazing to me. I'm into that weird shit. Like,
Yeah, no, some of it, like the promos he could. It's just
I
when he
love the promos
when,
all
no,
the time.
when he did it on John Cena, they had to strap. I love John Cena, but WrestleMania Bray should have took it because everything they gave him. No, dude, he brought the kid. He brought the kids out.
WrestleMania, we were all watching it together here, and Ben, he's like, "Oh man, dude, I gotta go pee really bad," and like he went and peed,
No.
and it was like right at the beginning of the match, and like
And they're all,
we all
"No!
and he baseball slides back into this room.
No, but when he cut that promo with and the kids came out and singing, he's got the whole with the gold faces. Some of the best stuff was on John Cena. It was perfect. But the only thing is they didn't put the title on him. That was
I don't.
he was ready for it. He captivated the whole crowd. Phones are out, lights are out.
I don't know what it is.
Too bad you
about
can't
the
take
title.
lighters to this.
Here's the
arenas
thing, man.
anymore.
You can say that about a lot of guys.
Wait, you can,
They
right?
didn't put the title on.
Take
Okay,
lighters
just say
to
that.
the arena.
You got to remember what they're using this WWE title for. First of all, you look at Brock Lesnar. He's been on TV, I don't know, 3 times. He's shown the title 2 times.
You know what? You know what? Here's the thing.
This is
That's
what they
going to
do.
build the prestige of the title.
You
Once
really
it comes
think?
back to TV, it's like,
Oh,
man,
like,
we
I never
finally
seen it
got
so
the
long,
TV
yeah.
back. Yeah, you know, we finally got
Yeah.
this title back.
Like
and
when Punk had it for like fucking over a year, I think, even though I love this reign, because Punk is the epitome of what, he's my favorite wrestler of all time.
oh,
You know,
My top 3. Yeah.
he's definitely definitely in there.
He
like,
brought back what was great about wrestling back in the
Exactly,
day. He was the
exactly.
only one. The only one.
He
who
is
could bring
my,
that back.
like,
Yeah.
a lot. I connect with CM Punk so more, I don't want to go into it
this
right now.
dude hates
because
CM
it's
Punk beyond any and
He's
all
my-
reason.
I just you know what I don't like CM Punk.
For things that don't have nothing to do
2
with
count.
wrestling.
Okay,
Stone Cold
He's
beat his
big.
wife. All these other things outside of
well, no,
outside of wrestling.
you have to withhold
What is it?
a respectable image, and you have to do certain things.
all right,
My
well,
point exactly. My
You know-
point
you know
exactly
what?
is that
We're gonna
all-
continue
all
this
these
next
wrestlers are
episode.
not-
this is the 2 count. We're gonna sign
Wait,
off
hold
tonight.
on. 2 count right now. We're gonna take a quick break. okay, there's an image you have to uphold. Now, it goes back, that's going controversial to what I said about Roman Reigns. They're just looking at that, but that's Roman Reigns in particular. It's just an image that he's got. But there's more you have to uphold. First of all, if he's an asshole in the locker room, he doesn't work out. You got to put some work, some effort into it. They cut guys all the time for not going to the gym and for not losing weight and getting cut up.
Cena and sells merchandise.
Well,
he was the number one heel at one point in time.
Money is what matters.
Okay, yes. Money is what matters, and you're right. You're right.
So if you're saying, say, if we were wrestling and I didn't work out and everything, but the fans love me, you'd say, Zach, don't wrestle anymore. You would do that.
There's just a respectable part in what you have to abide by.
But you know, here's
one thing, though. One thing
you're right. There are pure exceptions. There are exceptions to the rule.
And Punk is that exception
because
of what he did.
I'm a big follower of CM Punk, the person. You know, you can look at wrestling on one, but if it wasn't for CM Punk, I wouldn't be certain things. You know, he's straight edge, and I really took that to heart, and it became something that I really wanted to follow.
And I did tip my hat to that.
Here's my thing. A lot of people think CM Punk is an asshole, and he is. Like, the guy is the most straight-up dude that you're ever going to meet. He's going to tell you how it is. Like we're going to tell each other, or if he sees someone that's being an idiot, he's going to tell him he's not the poster boy. He won't ever be like a John Cena. He won't withhold what he wants to think or say just because of an image. And that was one thing that really connected with, because it's like, he's the most real wrestler they have had in years. And the longest you can think. Probably since the Attitude Era.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, so when you look at it like that, a lot of people don't respect that, and they don't like that about him, and I understand that. But here's my thing. I just think that the guy got tired. He got tired of dealing with what he did. I don't know if y'all got to check out that podcast.
I did quit because he's not in love with wrestling anymore. And you can
and that's exactly it. He doesn't love wrestling anymore. The reason for that is questionable. It could be WWE's fault. It could be his own fault. It could be a mixture of a lot of things that he talked about in this podcast, in the Cole Cabana podcast, which was awesome. Everyone should check it out.
He didn't hear it.
I read over everything.
It will make everything make a lot more sense.
Yeah.
But that's just how I feel, man. At the end of the day, I enjoyed his time with the company.
At the end of the day,
I enjoyed time
I'm
with
gonna look back
the
and see what he did on my TV, not anything else. All that bullshit.
Exactly.
What he did as a wrestler,
his
reign,
I still respect him
his
as a
promos,
person. Exactly.
I'd pay money to get his autograph.
Speaking of, but you go get his autograph, and he's gonna tell you, all right, fuck off. Because that's what he does.
I think he would say, all right, fuck off.
I know someone personally who's went and waited hours and paid good money to see CM Punk and got his autograph, and he told, hey, CM Punk, he's like, no, go. You know what I mean? Yeah. And what would you... No. If it wasn't anyone else but CM Punk and someone else said it, you're going to walk out, F that dude. I really give money and am a fan of him. That's my big thing about him. Okay, I like some of the things he did in wrestling. His greatest stuff, his best match ever, is with John Cena. Okay? Same with Cena. Same with Cena. I can argue that I like Shawn Michaels and John Cena's match on Raw better, but that just goes to say you can go either or. You can go either or.
Shawn Michaels is one of a kind.
Okay, Shawn Michaels is the greatest wrestler. We'll go on to that another time.
I guess the thing is, for me, it's I'm sorry, but like I understand people's thing. I never got a chance to meet him or even have the opportunity to meet him, so I know how he is. I felt like I would be able to approach him the way that he would be okay with it.
Because he said it many times.
It is one of those type of things where it's like you go up to him like a groveling fan, he's probably going to ignore you. But if you go up to him like a real person, and I think if you go up to him in a respectful manner, he's done it with millions of people that they get them. It's all about the approach.
I'll go to CM Punk and buy him a beer. But, 2 count.
Two count.
Yeah, we'll touch more on CM Punk.
We'll have to get to that point.
What another thing is just the way his attitude. He jumped in to the sea with sharks. Okay,
you know something?
He went into UFC, paid no dues. Okay, because of who he is. People are hating on him big time. All the fighters saying, "Give him to me." Michael Bigsby, Anderson Silva, even said, Everyone also said, "It was like, bring him to me." And Dana White said, "No, I'm not going to do that to him, how I did with Brock." But Brock went out, and Brock is an actual fighter, okay? Brock's going to go back, and he's going to get,
I understand that, but the thing is, that's another thing, misconception about CM Punk. The dude's been, he knows martial arts. Like,
there's one thing. I'm
not going to say right now he can go in there in the octagon and beat someone's ass. No, it's not going to happen. He has to train that transition is completely 300. I mean, it's
there's
a complete different thing.
There's a difference in entertainment and fighting.
Exactly.
Now, he can take the abuse. His body can take the abuse because wrestling is abusive. You know, purposely slamming yourself on the ground, that is abuse. Okay. So his body can, you know, we were doing suplexes the other day. They suck. It sucks to take that abuse, and his body can take the abuse. But there's a difference. And having the trained eye to see a punch and defend that punch and throw one back is incredible. Not anyone can just do that.
So now we're going to get to your dream.
No, my dream.
You're going to call him out. You said you...
okay, I had this dream. It's so funny. I had this dream. We'll close up on this. I had a dream that we were doing this exact podcast right here. We were doing the 2 Count podcast. And this was years before we even had the idea of a podcast. But I was like, man, I had this dream that CM Punk went into MMA and then that I called him out in a podcast. And it went
it got famous.
It got, what is it called? When it gets popularity. When it gets on the internet.
Went viral?
It went viral. And I called out CM Punk like saying he's a bitch just how I am now. You know, and how, you know, now he's just making my dream a mockery. But it was a dream. It was a dream.
Because you want to know something funny? I'd be the asshole in your corner wearing a CM Punk shirt.
Right? I had the 3 guys in my corner on my ring. Yeah,
I'm like, go Benny, but really we're
actually, I have the CM Punk from WrestlingTees.com, which is a great website.
Which one? Welcome to Chicago, motherfuckers?
No, just like the one where it has this flag. It's like black flag, but it's
But 2 Count. We're gonna close this one in. Just remember, support your local indies. Go try and see your shows. Definitely follow us on the 2 Count Podcast on Facebook
and then on Twitter at 2 Count Podcast.
Okay, we're gonna close this one out. Oh, Cena's down for the count. He just got 5 F5s done to him. 1, 2, out!
2 Count.